rocket.
Oh,
There's
I love
Aisha.
Aisha. She said, I'm going to stick my head out the window. They were joking about that yesterday, and she's actually doing it. But such a fun moment. Lauren, right there. Jeff is driving. How exciting. You know, this has been something, as I mentioned to Lauren, she was talking about years ago that she wanted to do this, and now it's actually happening. It's got to be very exciting for them.
Yeah, and Katie sticking her head out too, gonna give a little wave to her daughter Daisy. They're all sticking their heads out the window.
It's too bad that all three of them are so shy, you know?
Well, and you know, we often talk about how it is oftentimes more difficult for the people who are left behind on Earth, their friends and family.
You can't control anything. So seeing her right now, I imagine that emotion is much different than, you know, than what he's probably experiencing. Yeah. But either way, so much fun. Look at that, all the friends and family there to cheer them on.
This is, safety is paramount at Blue Origin. So we want the minimum number of people out there next to the rocket for the least amount of time. So we keep it fast. We keep all these procedures tight.
But we got to do a quick photo shoot by the rocket. I mean,
so good.
It's history, you know? We got to capture that moment. And again, for those of you just joining us, this is something that I was not aware of. That beautiful rocket right there, New Shepard, didn't come out until this morning, right? As they make their way here onto... they'll take the elevator, right? They won't take the stairs.
That is correct. Yeah. So we just inserted the elevator relatively recently. It makes it a little bit more comfortable as you're going up to the top of the tower. You know, we're at about 3,000 feet above ground level in altitude up here in a dry, dusty desert. We just want to make it a little bit easier for them.
And it's worth noting, too, so the 6 women are headed up. We saw Jeff is with them as well, but also crew member 7. Explain to those at home who crew member 7 is.
Right. It's like, well, if you don't mind, I'm going to use a football reference for you, Aaron. And we come, I called you Aaron like your girl. Sorry. Oh, my goodness.
We're often confused.
I know. Oh, my goodness. So it's like the 12th man in Seattle. This is like the 7th crew member. There's 6 crew members that are going obviously in the capsule. But nobody from Blue Origin will be in the capsule. It'll be the crew member 7 that has been training them. We saw Sarah Knights as the 2nd driver in addition to Jeff Bezos. And then, a little confusing, we've got a 2nd crew member 7 who is going to be on Capcom, or capsule communicator. Today, her name is Laura Stiles. She will be the person that is in our astronauts' ears, communicating with them, making sure everything's going okay, also telling them, hey, this is when you can unbuckle, and this is when you can...
That's her right there.
That's Sarah Knights right there, exactly.
And now we are looking at what?
So now the crew, as well as you see Jeff Bezos there, have gone into the safety shelter, and we're gonna wait there. You see Sarah Knights on the right. She's gonna just communicate with the Blue Origin team that is at the other tower just next to the rocket to make sure that everything is set and sorted for them to do their final load. This happens very shortly here. We clock it at about T-minus 35 minutes. You know, listening will also hear that sounds like a pop, and the engine roars. We hold the rocket down for about 7 seconds, make sure it's all ramped up. And during that period, that can actually be one of the most, frankly, nerve-wracking times, because you start to, if you're in the capsule, you start to see the glow of the flame. And here they come.
Here we go.
Loading into the capsule.
And the significance here of the bell, and I should note before I have you explain that, each crew names themselves. They have named themselves the 6 taking up space, as each one is ringing a bell. And the significance of that is what, Ariane?
This is one of our traditions. All astronauts throughout history in various programs have had their traditions. For us, we always want our astronauts to ring the bell. Above there, you see, light this candle. Those were the last words that Alan Shepard said right before he went to space. Alan Shepard, of course, the namesake of our vehicle. He was the first American into suborbital space. And we just like to let the stars know that we've got some people heading their way. Last word I would use to describe our mission control, this team, they're working through very specific procedures on a very specific timeline. They've done their own rehearsals over and over again. We also want to keep the communication line open if anything, if anybody's got to call it out. But it is a very well choreographed team we've got.
And, when folks are wondering, what exactly are these soon-to-be astronauts doing when they're in these 2 days of training leading up to this space flight, it is exactly this.
Simulating everything.
They have done dress rehearsals and dry runs of everything that you're seeing here. They practice over and over, getting inside this capsule, strapping themselves in. And, one of the biggest things that they have to remember to do is when they get those, remember, they only get 4 minutes of weightlessness, 4 precious minutes. They have to unbuckle and then buckle back in at the exact right moment. So those are some of the things that they're learning to do and practicing while they're training in that building right behind us.
As we look at New Shepard 31, the 31st.
15, go to internal.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, command engine start, 2, 1, ignition. Liftoff. New Shepard has cleared the tower. Flight. 6,000 feet climbing. Begin throttle down for Q limiting. Engine response looks good. Max Q, maximum dynamic pressure. Mach 1, vehicle is supersonic. Engine back up to full throttle.
Supersonic, we have passed through max Q, maximum dynamic pressure. That's when the vehicle, the stresses between the atmosphere and the speed are at their maximum. So to punch through that is so important. You see the BE-3 engines is firing beautifully. You see the stream of steam behind it. Those ladies right now are having an incredible view on their way to space. Passing through 80,000 feet, 1,300 miles per hour. They're going to peak at about 2,300 miles an hour over Mach 3, 3 times the speed of sound.
Got it? 1, 2, 3, taking up space! Tamir's in space! It's okay. Leave Flynn up there. Flynn, behind you. Look.
Flynn, I gotcha. I gotcha, Flynn.
Gotcha. Proud of you, Flynn. Flynn, count. Oh, the moon! You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon. That's amazing.
Wow, look at the blue line.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goddess!
Wow.
Oh my That's our pink moon.
Okay. Now it's time to look out.
Oh my gosh. So much. Oh
Whoa. That's amazing.
And you hear
Dragon, report status. Copy. Whip. Report status. Copy. All astronauts in seat.
And a great piece of news there. All astronauts are back in their seats. You see the two craft now. That on the bottom, that is the rocket that is screaming back down to Earth. The rocket will beat the capsule to its landing spot just 2 miles north of where it's taken off from. At the top of the rocket, you see a couple of fins that have popped out. Those are to stabilize the rocket as it comes into land. Shortly thereafter, you will see the drag brakes that deploy that will cut the speed of the rocket in half. And then in the last moments,
and there it is. We can see it from the stage.
There comes the rocket down. It's going to relight its engine. We're going to also see a sonic boom. We're going to hear that shortly here.
And remember, this is something that had never been done before until just a few years ago. Truly the stuff of science fiction that you're about to watch in just seconds.
Drag
There we
brakes.
go. Woo! Sonic boom.
Engine relight. And booster touchdown, welcome home, New Shepard.
Picture perfect landing right there.
Picture perfect landing.
Right on target.
See that dust kind of creates this dramatic cloud that that reveals the beautiful rocket that has just taken these ladies up to space and back.
And I love the echo across the mountains. Is that what I was hearing there?
That's what
Nice
you were
touch.
hearing. You heard the sonic boom, then you heard the engine relight, and all of that reverberates in this big, beautiful valley in West Texas.
Stand by drogues. Stand by drogues.
All right, shortly here, we're waiting to see the drogue parachutes deploy from the crew capsule. Those are like the guide parachutes. There go the drogue parachutes.
Just free falling right there until those drogues came out.
And then next will be the main parachutes that get pulled out.
Hear that screaming inside the capsule?
And all three parachutes reefing.
Good parachute.
And I tell you, Kristen, from having gone through all of the simulations, I have gone through all of the training. They put you in the capsule that simulates all of this, including the sounds, and when you hear the motors of the parachutes pop out, that is the best moment in flight.
Because I know Blue Origin does everything they can to make this as safe as possible, and y'all have an impeccable safety record, but it still has to feel really good when you know that you're coming back to Earth with those parachutes fully deployed.
And we can see the capsule just over our shoulder here, going to be landing north and east of the launch pad, coming down softly and beautifully. 500 feet.
And you will see a puff of smoke when it touches down, a puff of dust.
That should be, yes.
That's normal.
A puff of dust, last milliseconds, air cushion that will kick up the dust. It's a very soft landing despite the sporty perception. There it is.
Touchdown. Congratulations and welcome back to Earth. Do status check. Double shot.
Kristen, just some incredible images there. The capsule.
Copy. Welcome back. Feather.
Nice. Let's wait for actually just a moment here. Make sure they're doing health checks in.
Beautiful. Dragon.
Yes, and as you heard it there, everybody seemed to be just as ecstatic to be back here, back on Earth. Everybody appears to be fine. Beautiful shot there of the capsule down in the desert. As we were just saying, it looks like a tough landing,
Right.
but it is an air cushion in the last milliseconds that just makes it even softer. I will also note the parachutes landed very close to the capsule. That's just an indication that there's not very much wind out here today. A beautiful day for a launch and landing.
Okay, here we go.
Here goes Jeff Bezos to open the hatch.
She didn't really close it again. Come on out, guys. Go see your babies.
Where are my babies?
They're over here. Go see them.
Where? Oh, we have to go
Right
there.
there.
Okay.
Katie!
Thank you. Thank you. Amanda!
Aisha!
Oh my gosh.
Gail!
I just have to have a moment with the ground. Let me just appreciate the ground for just a second. Thank you, Jesus. Oh my God. That was amazing.
Gail!
It was amazing.
I'm so proud. So proud of you.
Oh, there we go.
Amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Ariane, we got your people over here.
Come right around the bushes here.
Woo! Come on. I can't hear you.
I have no, it's not working. So someone just tell me when we're on. Does anyone have our